keep going, goddamn it. What it do? Wow.
Charlo has just vanquished Erickson Lubin.
Truth Arrow Spence Jr.
There's a big left hand. Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to the almighty LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. If you didn't know, now you know. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your boy is back in the building once again. Man, got to respect that damn grind. I mean, that grind won't stop. That grind won't stop, baby. That's right. Yes, sir. We are grinding. And I mean, we are grinding. What's going on, everybody? I am your family member, KQKC. And yes, we are here for a Friday. This is the last day of the week. We made it through a week. Yes, and we got a lot of good boxing coming this weekend. And we have some boxing news. That's right. And I got another boxing news to talk to you about. That's right. Yes, sir. First of all, we got Benavidez versus Kellen Plant. That will be coming early 2023. Now, of course, how about we ask him? Yes, sir. They did contact me last night. And I'm like, wow. I forgot they're 2 hours behind. So they want to do the interview Tuesday at 7 o'clock. See what I'm saying? Sometimes, you can't fake the funk. Stand your ground. And this is how it's going to be. And trust me, they respect that shit. And that's what I did. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. And sure, he coming on Tuesday. Now, of course, this ain't 100% sure now because, once, twice, 3 times, a motherfucking lady. All right? But I think so. I think they're going ahead and make it this time. All right? So, because when you reach out to me, then that means, okay, you want some publicity. All right? Free publicity. So, all right? Or I should just tell David, hey, man, run that cash app. All right. No, I wouldn't do that shit. I wouldn't do that, man. But look here. Let me set the record straight first. All right. Now, I rock with Blue Blood Sports. All right. Now, I don't have nothing against Blue Blood Sports. All right. I heard somebody say some shit like that last night on another channel. I don't have nothing against Blue Blood Sports. Well, he didn't call my name exactly. But, I don't have nothing against Blue Blood Sports. But I got a lot of shit against Bud Crawford. Now, I have nothing personal against him. I just think he's a liar. Yeah, is that personal? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But don't think nobody's stupid. Don't think nobody's stupid. And this will be my last day talking about this. All right? Now, if you all want to talk about it, because we'll be dropping a link, because I can't do it tomorrow, because we have a fight tomorrow. That's right. And both guys made the weight. Okay? Both guys made weight. So tomorrow, I will be calling the fight with Bivol and Ramirez. I will be coming on at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time. What's up, Alvin Davis? Oh, baby. We got a new member, man. Welcome, family member. Welcome, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for us being a member, my brother. All right? Yes, sir. Appreciate you. But we still, I will be on at 2 o'clock tomorrow. All right. And matter of fact, give or take maybe 1:45, just to get, situated and stuff like that. All right. Now, they will take their walk, the ring walk. The main event will start at 5 o'clock. So keep that in mind. And then we're going to go over to Showtime. Now, you got a little time in between because Showtime card is not going to start until 8 o'clock. But I'm going to come in at 7:45. All right? Chop it up for a minute or two before we get right into the fight call. And that would be a good card, too. My man, Samson, he's going to have a fighter on there, Rosario. All right, Jensen Rosario. That's one of his fighters also. And I talked to him, wished him luck. And I also talked to my other buddy, Ronnie Shields, and I wish him luck. So therefore, both of them guys got fighters fighting that night. Morrell would be the main event, and he would be going against this. Well, I'm gonna call him Yarb because he's Yarb sloppy, choppy, whatever. Yeah, I don't know it. I don't know how to pronounce it. So, oh well, y'all gotta start using y'all nicknames on this shit. All right. Shit. But anyway, so there you go. All right. So I would be calling both of those fights. And yes, my girl is going for undisputed tomorrow. She is from Chicago, Illinois. And not Illinois, it's Illinois. That's right. She is going for undisputed at the weight of 140, baby. All right. Yes. And she will be fighting on the zone. So y'all got to come on and support me and my Chicago sister tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow afternoon, rather. All right. So come on and support us. Okay. Because we haven't had no champions in Chicago since Andrew from Farah when he beat what's his name from Canada. He got hurt in the ring, and now he's walking there. Adonis Stevenson. All right, Adonis Stevenson. Okay, so see, like Brandon House. See, they got Bar Gardner over there now. They got Tony Harrison over there now. And they had the Crump Gym. They had all them fighters over there. Well, now Chicago. Now we got Fanfare. He ain't nothing to brag about, but now we getting lady fight. I don't care. I'll take a lady fight in a minute. All right, shit, and lady champion in a minute. A lady undisputed in a minute. All right. At first Chicago's so close to Detroit. I figured, okay, well, I ride with Detroit. But now, no, we want to be separated from y'all asses. All right. We want our old shit. But McCaskill, she's gonna do her thing tomorrow. All right. And I wish her a lot of luck. She looked good in the weigh-in today. They had to weigh in earlier this morning, and they both look good. Bivol, he looked good too. So, all right. Now, let's you all in the building so we go ahead and get this party started. All right. And of course, I got a lot to talk about. Basically, we're going to talk about Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is threatening to come out. Now, he didn't say when. It might be tonight or it might be tomorrow, but he's going to go on Instagram or Twitter and supposedly expose Al Heyman and Showtime. All the shenanigans that he been dealing with all these years. I dare you. I dare you. If you do that, Floyd, come out and tell everything you know about this sissy. All right? Everything. You remember at that party when he was wearing that dress? Hey, if you ain't hit low, huh? You remember he was at that party? Huh? And he wore that dress, and his wife like, why you still got that dress on? Because it just feel right? Okay, yeah, Floyd, I mean, you tell it all. If he come out, man, on your mentor, your adoptive father, then you better come on and stand up for him because, Al ain't going to come out. So somebody stand up. I dare you, Oscar. I dare you. Oscar ain't going to do that. What's up, shit, Waller? I said, you know what? Let me go get this other page real fast. All right. So I can so I keep an eye on these lights. All right. Okay. And okay, Shawala, I'm gonna give you a wrench, my sister. All right. Hold on. There you go. Okay. There you go. All right, Shawala, I gave you a wrench. Okay. Now keep in mind, Shawala, wrenches are for people that disrespecting, racism, sexuality, and people, mothers, and this and that, and But if they have an opinion and they don't agree with me, that's fine. All right, everybody welcome. Everybody has different opinion here, and everybody's welcome here. All right, that's one thing we got to get straight. Now, Once again, I want to say, yeah, I rock with Blue, but I don't rock with Terrence Crawford. Not at all. Not that shit he pulled. All right. Now, a lot of people say, well, they both ain't getting no guarantee, so I can't blame Terrence Crawford. Well, I'm not blaming about the guarantee. Stop saying that shit. It's more to it than that. But anyway. All right, well, let's go. Mr. Mott, and that oh, baby. Chat. All right. Mr. Mott. What's going on with you, baby? All right. Thank you for coming in and thank you for that support on this Friday, baby. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's see who all in the building, baby. All right. Mr. Mott is up here. I know that. Yes, sir. Okay. Let me go on up here. All right. All right. We got my man Ray Patterson is up in here. We got Mr. Mechanical up in here. And we got my man D Ray, baby man. You better be on your best behavior December 10th. I'm telling you, the word gonna get back to me. The word gonna get back to me if you ain't on your best behavior. I'm telling you right now. What's up, Jay? What's going on, James? Salute to you, my brother. Yes, sir. That's my brother from another good mother. Ray Patterson is up in here. What's going on, Ray? How you feel, man? Yes, sir. I saw you up there earlier. So, Mr. Mechanical, what's going on with you? All right, let me go on down here. I got James already. My man, Little Rick. What's going on, Little Rick? Yes, sir. From the south side of Houston, baby. Man, yes, sir. Kinfolk, rest in peace. All right. Yes, sir. Heard Jay Prince came out and talked about it. All right. We got Steve Austin is up in here. What's going on, Steve Austin, the $10 million man? We got Gert up in here. What's going on, Gert? How you feel, baby? All right, Frank from the land. What's going on with you? That's me. I see it. What's going on? Yes, sir. My man, Edgar Chavez, baby. Yes, sir. I'm talking about Mr. Muscle Man himself, baby. Man, oh, man. This dude is strong, y'all. Y'all got to go see. He's strong. He's strong as hell. Yes, sir. Mind me, never let your ass get me in the headlock. All right. I fight dirty. All right. I get a brick and I'll bust your shit. I'm a street motherfucker. Okay, Ron Hallman, what's going on with you? All right, salute. Salute the God, KQKC. Yes, sir. What's going on? I'm not no God though, but hey, I'm living. All right, yes, sir. What's up, LaShawn Bennett? What's going on with you, baby? Yes, sir. Kalamazoo in the house. All right. Teach, what's going on with you, Teach? Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming in here once again. Yes, sir. What's going on, Boston? Also on Big Texas, baby. What's the problem with you? What's popping with you? We got Joseph Thompson. I know what's popping with him. What's going on with you, Joseph? All right, we got my man EB up in here. We got Eddie Buckley up here. We got my man Big Block. It's up in here. What's going on, Mr. Block? How you feel, man? Yes, sir. Tahee, Cunningham is in here. Snack B is in here. Yes, sir. We got a new member, a new family member that joined our ranks, baby. We talking about Alvin Davis is up in here. And I appreciate you, Alvin. Yes, sir. Appreciate you rocking with the old man. All right. We got Sheena up in here. What's going on, Sheena? How you feel? All right. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right. Zulu Lion. My God. Yes, sir. Z is in the building, baby. What's going on, Z? How you feel? All right. Who else we got up in here? All right. Let's see. Brandon House, Detroit Finest. Yes, sir. MGM Grand. The soldier over there, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The shot caller over there, the big baller over there. All right, yes, sir. Dontre Thomas is up in here. What's up, Dontre? How you feel? All right. Chi All Out Business. What's going on, Cheese? How you feel, baby? Every time I think about Cheese, I think about the Wire. The Wire, man, out there in Baltimore, baby, man. Oh, man, that Wire, baby. Yes, sir. Avon Barstow, baby. Straight a bill. Ooh, I love that show. Man, oh, man, I love it, baby. And they all just got killed off, except for Avon. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. What you call too? Yes, sir. The little young boy. They were doing all that. I mean, they was ruthless, Man, they were ruthless. They were killing everybody. Marlo. Yes, sir. All right. Now, who else we got up and cheer? All right. Who else we got up here? Okay, I got Sheena. I got Cheese. All right. Yeah, Rick. We got Sway Jones. What's going on with you, Sway? You going to sway this way or you going to sway that way, or you gonna sway this way? Yes, sir. What's going on, Sway? How you feel, man? All right, Shawala 77. What's going on? How you feel? All right, my sister, my grace, my love, my queen. It's up in here. All right, all right, all right. Who else we got up in here? Let's see. All right. Okay, yes, sir. And Mr. Mott is up in here, of course. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. Mott. All right, all right. Who else we up in here? Okay, let me see. Bass Red 357 is up in here. What's going on, my man? All right, all right. Who else we got up in here? It jumped on me real fast, but I think I got everybody. Okay, wrong. Okay, Antonio MMA. What's going on with you? And Snack B is in that. So Chad. Yeah, baby. Appreciate you, Snap B. He said, thought you were going to say Oscar is going to come out the closet on Instagram Live, OJ. Oh, hell no. He come out the closet. He already out. He already out, man. Come on. Man, you see no man, please. Yes, sir. Now, you know that's a robot he be with. She's a robot. All right. All right. Who got Jamaican Chalice up in here? What's going on, Jamaican Chalice? How you feel? All right. All right. Who else we got up in here? Antonio MMA. I think I got you, though, but that's okay. I can say hi to you again. All right. Who else we got up in? Yes, sir. We got my man Jay. Yes, sir. What's going on? All right. All right. All right. Let me see. Everything boxing. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, there he go talking that boxing again. There he go talking that boxing again. That's everything boxing, baby. Yes, sir. I rock with that dude right there, baby. Yes, sir. If you haven't subscribed to Everything Boxing, you don't know what you're missing. All right? Yes, sir. Okay, who else we got up in here? Sheena, my love, my grace, my queen is up in here. I think I got her, but I don't know. P.S. What's going on? And my man, Ricky E245 is up in here. That's my right hand and left hand, baby. Yes, sir. We got Josh 299 up in here. All right, all right. Okay, who else we got up in here? Let me see. We got Mike Biggs is up here. Mike Big Boston's up in here. All right, all right. Yes, sir. Mike Big, you can always drop the link, man. I don't know where you at, baby, but we're gonna try to get him up to 1,000. He might got it already. Yes, sir, because this shit is on fire. Man, oh man, we got 78 Sports TV. It's up in here. Wow. What's going on? 78 Sports TV. And that oh, yes, sir. Wow. What's going on, 78? KQ, what it do, baby? Salute to the chat. And hey, Sheena. Wait a minute. You can't be saying hey, Sheena on my super chat. I just messing with you, man. All right, appreciate you, baby. All right, yes, sir. I appreciate you. 78, baby. Yes, sir, Mr. General. Yes, sir. The Lions Den boxing community, baby. If you didn't know what you don't know, you would know that. Gert, what's going on, baby? And that chat. All right. Yes, sir. We at 98 and climbing. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yes, sir. All right. What's up, Mr. Gert? How you feel, Mr. Balls and Strikes? Keep doing your thing. Oh, you know I am. You know I am, baby. All right. Yes, sir. Ralph Shelton, what's going on with you? Salute to you, man. All right. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Somebody come here, use my super chat to say hi to somebody. Oh, well, Sheena, you want to get up here and do this thing? He will be singing the link, God damn it. Ain't that something? Boy, oh boy, man, niggas ain't nothing, boy. I swear, niggas ain't shit. But anyway, all right, let's go. Let's go. All right, who else we got up in here? I think we almost said Reggie Milligan. All right, all right. What's going on with you, Reggie? Yes, sir. I like to speak to everybody. All right. Yes, sir. We all family here. Yes, sir. All right. Saul Gang, it's up in here. What's going on with you? Bruce Gas. What's going on with you? Bruce Gas, Boston Jazz, and more. What's happening with you, baby? All right. Yes, sir. Bruce is on cloud 9 right now. Yes, sir. 7-8. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. He's on 7-8. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. All right. All right. I think that's it. Okay. I got your wallet. Yes, sir. You got Shannon KQ. You laughing at me? Yeah. Nah, 7-8 trip. Okay. That's about it, baby. Yes, sir. That's about it. And like I say, everybody hit that like button for the old man. All right. For the singing motherfucking OG. All right. Now, like I say, all right. We got David Benavidez. Okay. He has been declared to fight none other than Kellen Plant. Okay, now this will be a title fight. This will be a title fight. So, I mean, Kellen Plant, he is fighting. Canelo, and then he just had a fight with Darrell. Now he's about to have a fight in early 2023 with none other than David Benavidez. And David Benavidez, I spoke with them today, last night, and they will be coming on Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Okay, and this is a good time to talk to him about Canelo, Charlo, Bivol. I mean, all the smoke. Morale, 175 right now is starting to heat the fuck up. I'm telling you right now. Athletic Mind, what's going on with you, baby? I see you, JJ. What's going on, Jay Grant, baby? G Code is in the building. Yes, sir. Exclusive news. Yes, sir. Formerly known as Exclusive News. He is Athletic Mind. Don't forget, his information is right down there in the disclosure, and you can check him out. All right? Bruce Gas in that. Chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bruce Gas, Boxer Jazz, and more. He said next year you going OG. Man, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to go, man. I need to get the information from you too. You know, how much is it? Is the tickets involved or whatever? 'Cause I like to meet these guys, man. You know, I would love to meet these guys. You know, I was watching that fight the other night with Nigel Benn and McClellan when he paralyzed him in the ring. And McClellan was winning that fight. He was winning that fight, man, looking good, man, strong. You know, he had Nigel Benn hurt, right? Nigel Benn Senior, y'all, right? And man, then he hit that bam, and he couldn't get up, and man, next thing you know, they had a head neck brace on him, and next thing you know, he paralyzed forever. And then they met up later on, maybe about 10 years later, 7 years later. And, you know, and man, it was sad. It was sad, man. That was one of the saddest fights I ever watched. That's why I keep telling y'all, y'all can't play boxing. This some serious shit. When Deontay Wilder hits somebody with that right hand, I know he'd be like, yeah, you know, he happy and everything, but you hope this nigga get up. You don't want to kill nobody. And trust me, that right hand, you can hurt somebody. The head is not to be hit, mean to be hit. But those were fighters back then, Bruce. Ain't like today. But I tell you, tomorrow, somebody always going to have to go. I'm talking about from Ramirez and Bivol. Somebody always going to have to go tomorrow. So there you go. So, all right. Thank you for that support, Bruce. I appreciate it, baby. All right. Now, let's keep on moving. Let's keep on moving, baby. Keep on keeping on. Now, Carissa Shields. Now, I don't know if y'all familiar with this name. Latasha Jonas. Yeah. She ain't nothing to play with. She is from the UK. She is from England. But she's 38 years of age. And also, her record is she's 15. She won 15 and lost. Shit, I didn't put it all on there. But anyway, they are setting up a fight right now. Shalom, which is Clarissa Shield promoter, boxer over in the UK and Wales, I guess. They are putting a fight together now. Now, this is a great fight. This ain't a last fight. This is a fight that she can fight. She can fight. So I hope they can get that together and have it for us early 2023. Now, as I said, 2023, that means that everybody is getting their money or get reset. And that's why you're going to see a lot of fights coming down the pipe, because Showtime going to get their money. And you know what? We probably get Crawford and Spence then, so it's coming. What's going on? Don Trey Thomas in here. And that oh baby. Chad. Wow. What's going on, Don Trey? Yes, sir. OG, we might be in for a show if Oscar snort a line and takes a shot before he go live. You ain't lying. That nigga come out there with a tutu on, right? And say, listen here, I want to tell you something. Showtime and PBC, they are tripping. Ooh. Baby boy, standing strong. What's going on with you, baby? Now, Cassandra, what's going on, my love, my queen, my grace? Macadam, Mac, other side, what's happening? Now, let me ask you all this question. All right, and I'm going to get on because I know open the panel up. All right, okay, we got real spill Midwest boxing, baby. All right, yeah. Now, who is to blame? Now, Oscar's blaming Showtime and PBC. Now, I think Oscar's feelings, like Blue Bloods always say, feelings over facts. Feelings over facts. Yeah, he's feeling this type of way. Now, Al Heyman did not put these guys in a trance and say, leave Golden Boy, go over to PBC. No, your staff made them feel uncomfortable. Your staff at Golden Boy made them feel uncomfortable because of the color of their skin. And we still haven't got an apology. And then after that, look at Golden Boy now. How many black fighters do you have? I mean, Kid Austin, yeah, he signed with you, but he'll find out. He's still young. So he'll find out. So, but let's keep moving. We're going to keep moving. We'll keep moving. Now, Eddie Hearn, he expect a different Lomachenko when he fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney still getting disrespected. Very disrespected. Matter of fact, Pitbull Cruz, Isaac Cruz, his trainer, saying, my fighter can beat both of them guys easily. Why can Devin Haney never get the respect that he deserves? Why? What is it that he's not doing? Please, somebody tell me. You're not going to knock everybody out. So I don't want to hear that shit. Well, he don't have no power. Listen, it's hit and don't get hit. It's the sweet science, baby. That's what it is. And he does it. But why all the hate on a 23-year-old young man? I just don't understand that shit. I don't. Eddie Hearn believes that if he fights Lomachenko, he would get demolished. Lomachenko just had a rusty night when he fought Ortiz. I mean, last fight. Really? I didn't see that. I see that he wasn't sure of himself. What I saw that he wasn't sure for every move that he made. That's what I seen. Now, if you want to say Russ, okay. If it make you feel good, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it then. What's our main event, Mark? What it do? What it goddamn do? Huh? If you want to say that, go right a goddamn head. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that was no rust. Okay? Now, okay, Devin Haney is young, which Eddie Hearn admitted. But see, this is the catcher. Eddie Hearn is probably in his feelings too, which he is. And I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you Oscar in his feelings. I'm going to show you Eddie in his fucking feelings. Because, see, first of all, Eddie Hearn knows that Devin Haney is thinking about not coming back to the zone. Oh. You didn't know that, Eddie? You see? Everybody probably starting to take a cue off of Haney and Canelo. He keeps bringing up Canelo. Canelo ain't coming back till August or September. If he come back. This is what I'm hearing. He got enough money. He talking about retiring now. He got over goddamn 70-something fights. Look at Ramirez fighting tonight, Zerto. 55 fucking wins. What you been doing? Because they fight every damn day in Mexico and put it on your record. Just saying. Just saying. But you can't judge a book by its cover. And trust me, I know that. Trust me, I know that. And y'all know it too. But let me go on a little bit more. Okay? Now, and I want to say this to you all. And keep this in mind when you come in or drop the link, whatever you want to call it. All right? What's up? Okay. I'll holler at you. You know, should networks, and I've been thinking about this last couple of days, should networks, and I'm talking about the Zone, Showtime, you know, ESPN, all work together and stop all this cross the street and down the street. Everybody get to fight the best in that weight division. And stop all that damn, and look, and another thing, stop all this catch weight shit. Stop it. Stop all this catch weight. Weight classes are there for a reason. They are there for a reason. And it's time for them to start using that shit the right way. Well, I'll fight you at 135 and a half. Well, I'll fight you at 147. And you talking about, well, I'll fight you at 149 and a half. You know, I mean, what? No. You at welterweight? Okay, what's the welterweight limit? Okay, then you better not go 147, nigga. All right, how about that? Weight classes are there for a reason. If you can't make the weight, oh well, bye-bye, move up. Now, I told you, Oscar plan on coming out. He haven't said it, or I'm quite sure he's going to announce it, if he doesn't. But, Eddie, Oscar, you got a lot of shit in your closet. A lot of shit. And you know what? And I know Al ain't going to come out, but he'll send somebody out. Trust me. Floyd would love to come out. Because ain't nobody knows Oscar like Floyd. Trust me. And this ain't dirt. These are facts and business like. So you want to come on out? I dare you. I'm like Robert Reed long time ago in that Duracell commercial. Here, I dare you. Knock it off. I dare you. So we're just going to see. I just like Earl called Bud bluff. Go ahead. Go ahead. Show the draft. Show the draft what we did. And Bud ain't showed that bitch yet, have you? Been 2 days, huh? Yeah, you ain't going to show it. He's not going to show it. Because you got to paint that narrative, right, Oscar? You got to paint that narrative that, PBC didn't do me right. No. You didn't do yourself right. Because you got Gomez running Golden Boy. You had Schaefer running Golden Boy. When are you going to run it, Oscar? Now, course you want to shine on the big stage, so that's when you show up. Please, come on now. Don't start. So now we're gonna go in and get into this right now. Okay. So because I'm gonna call these fights tomorrow, and so but anyway, one more thing, listen, all this about Terrence Crawford, this and that. And like I said, I ain't talking about this after today, unless they come out with something else, because that's my job, but after the day, it's nothing. But everybody think this about guarantee. It's nothing about the guarantees. All right, Earl Spence wasn't getting none, and Bud wasn't getting none. And they said, well, they ain't got no money, no guarantee. God damn it, don't you understand and realize? Fuck the guarantee, because they're about to get the biggest bag in history almost. They had a 3 city tour scheduled. They were gonna promote the shit out of that fight. Ooh wee, man. They just say, "Bud, get 30%." Man, 30% of all that shit. Man, I take 5. How about that? Let's go. Now, let's see who I want to talk about first. Any, many, mighty mo, catch a dog by so no. Hey, everybody in the neighborhood, the beat's on you. You better listen good. Sister E-Fat Tomato, Brother B-Fat Balloon. Something's funky going down. You better listen to KQKC tune. Just a little something to tickle your fanny. All right, let's see who else in here. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see. Okay. All righty. Okay. Okay, let's see what Eddie got to say. Okay, we're gonna start with his ass. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now this is shout out to Fight Hub. All right. Shout out to Fight Hub, baby.
Garcia issue. It sounds like Showtime don't want the zone involved, and if they did, the fight would get made instantly, right? So, and then
he's talking about Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia.
And when you look at Spence Crawford, after Crawford's comments last night, it was, we offered them more money than we could have made, but ultimately we couldn't do it because it wasn't a PBC fight and they wouldn't allow that. So I think that's all you can do, really. And ultimately, our offer to Deontay Wilder would be probably just that. Here's an amount of money for the fight. If we have to work with cross networks, we have no problem looking at that. Anthony Joshua is exclusive to DAZN. We can look at a dual broadcast. We can look at just making you an offer and maybe contractually you can just accept that offer. I don't know. But these fighters have to also look out for themselves and take on opportunities. And if fights can't get made in one way, they should look at another way. Contractually, sometimes that's difficult. But if it's not difficult contractually, you have to look at that. And if Errol Spence was really offered 20 or 25 million to fight Terrence Crawford, he probably should have taken it, but was obviously told not to take it. But now he's going to be fighting for a quarter of that to fight.
That's a lie. Because, he don't like Al Heyman. Like he said, why would you take something and you don't even know where it's coming from? Then next thing you know, Crawford, and he ain't that bright when it comes to business. No offense. And then you don't even know who they're offering it or who you're getting it from. Then when it's time to pay up, they say, yeah, we gave you this, but no, you're supposed to give us an extra 50 million. Oh, wait a minute. Bud didn't tell me. Well, I didn't understand. I didn't understand, buddy. Okay.
Thurman or Stanley Onis or whoever it's going to be,
Yeah, you brought Crawford's comments yesterday. What did you make of that? And do you feel, knowing the business, that there was a lot of truth to that, what he said?
I mean, look, there's a lot of bluff merchants in boxing, like not Terrence Crawford, but people who will get in people's
ears. Just say he's talking about Terrence Crawford. He's saying Terrence Crawford's full of shit, probably. He's saying that 25 million was 50 million was bullshit, but not Terrence Crawford.
And say, I'll do that and I'll pay that. And, whatever you think about Al Heyman stopping fights, blocking fights, Al Heyman is also very intelligent.
What did you say? Oh, I can't hear you, Eddie. What did you say, Eddie? Let's hear that again.
Whatever you think about Al Heyman stopping fights, blocking fights, Al Heyman is also very intelligent, right? He knows the industry like.
My doctor, she is humble
sorry.
and very respectful.
What are you doing, that
She's
young woman?
very patient.
All right.
Like the back of his hand, you know? So sometimes people will come into the sport that he may perceive to be clowns or like, I'm not working with those guys. Like, and I understand that. So I don't blame Al Heyman too much. But obviously, if you can't get...
Wow. You don't blame Al Heyman too much.
With Al Heyman, he has a contract with Fox, with Showtime. They've invested a lot of money into Errol Spence, right? If Al Heyman takes Errol Spence off Fox or Showtime, it is going to be hugely detrimental to his business, right? Now, that's really not Errol Spence's problem, but it's on Al to make that fight. Now, Crawford's a free agent. They should have made that fight. The problem with that fight, and I'll say it again, is it's not as big as people perceive it to be. The problem is when you've got people...
Bullshit, Eddie. You think you got the key to the United States. You said you was going to take over boxing. And now you mad at Canelo Alvarez. Now you mad at because the zone flopped. Do you know how much money the zone lost with Canelo and Triple G? They lost millions and millions of dollars. This is the face of boxing, y'all. Why y'all didn't sell it out? Why y'all didn't buy the pay-per-views? Because he's full of shit. Because he picks his cherry picks his opponents. That's why. All Canelo fans. Where you at now?
People coming in looking to enter the market paying inflated purses, i.e. 25 million.
He's talking about Black Prime TV.
And Al Heyman's out there saying, well, we don't have a guarantee. It's a split, right? And on the other hand, someone's in Terence Crawford's ear saying, I'll give you 25 million for the fight. Crawford's thinking, I'm not doing a split. Like, what's my guarantee? Al Heyman says there's no guarantee. The problem with this fight, Marcos, is if a fight's big enough, you don't need a guarantee.
Thank you. Oh, Eddie. Oh, but you're on the fence, Eddie, though. Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed. Come on. Like Terence Crawford. Come on, buddy.
The reality is no one believes enough in that fight to hit the numbers that the fighters believe is the right number for that fight, right? So if I'm doing that fight, and we're getting deep now, but for some fight fans like that, if I'm doing that fight, I'm budgeting the fight at between 400,000 and 500,000 bites, right? That's where I'm comfortable to pay a guarantee. Now, the fighters think it does $1 million, right? Because someone told them in the gym that it does $1 million, right? But the reality is, it doesn't.
Crawford don't sell. And somebody told them, Bud, that PBC had a lot of money. A blank check they're going to give you. Yeah, Bud.
Might do 600. It might do 700. But what if it does 350? Who's going to pay the price? Yeah. So with an open book policy, i.e. a split, that's the greatest position for a promoter because you've got no guarantees, no risk. It does what it does and you get paid what you're worth. But we live in a world in boxing where fighters don't get paid what they're worth. They get paid a lot more than they're actually worth. And good luck to them, right? But in that instance, if someone's told Terence Crawford that he should be getting 25 million, and there's a guy someone has phoned him up and told him, I'll give you 25 million, it becomes very difficult for someone like Al Heyman. I don't necessarily blame Al Heyman because Al knows the numbers and Al wasn't prepared to pay him a guarantee.
All right. Okay. Now, y'all understand? Now, Eddie is kind of on the fence. Okay. But this is the business of boxing. This is the business of boxing. like he said, somebody's tearing Crawford ear, and I probably know who it is. And Al Heyman, you know, a fight of that magnitude. I told you all, it's a big city tour. They was gonna do it and everything. Now, I don't know what Eddie talking about, that it ain't that big like people think. It's big enough. You don't give a guarantee like that. You just don't. Because Earl didn't have one either. So that shows you. But why, like, and he gave him game. 25 million. Now, what if you go ahead and take the 25 and let Earl go ahead and take what Al gonna give him? Then let's see who gets the most at the end of the fight. That Earl gonna be looking at damn now probably 60 million, 50 million maybe on his own. Do it make sense? Is Eddie, you know, I mean, I know Eddie wants to be the smart guy of all this boxing things. That's why you over Dubai right now, you know, licking that sand, you know, but still in all, he's not lying. Al knows what he's doing. And when you got somebody in your ear that won't tell you who they are, then that's a problem for Al. You know, it's a problem for Al. So let's see what else he has to say. And I'll go ahead and let it play out. Okay. Let me go back. Okay.
I don't want to lose money. But I keep going back to that fight. Like, we live in a very small world in boxing where we think Spence Crawford is massive. In my opinion, Ryan Garcia against Gervonta Davis is a bigger fight than Spence Crawford.
You must be crazy.
It's a mix of fan bases. You know, it's a younger generational fight. It's, for me, that's a bigger fight. And I would be back in, you know, and it doesn't matter if you think I'm right or wrong. But if I'm putting up guarantees, I put a bigger guarantee up for Tank against Ryan Garcia than I do for Spence Crawford. I have more belief because of the fan bases that fight does better numbers. It's just my opinion. So,
you know what? He's right about that. Then listen up, people. He's right about that. Eddie's right about that. Ryan Garcia, I believe, has a bigger fan base than Bud Crawford. We see the pay-per-view numbers. We see the numbers that Ryan does. We also see the numbers Tank does. He's not too far off on that. But it's still a big fight. It's still a big fight that everybody wanted to see. And that's why everybody's so pissed off. It has shit to do with the guarantee. Because neither one of them are getting a guarantee. So don't give me that shit. From one promoter to the next, he said he did the right thing. When you have a fight of this magnitude, you don't give out no guarantees. No, because you don't know how that fight gonna go, especially when one don't sell. So you got a hedge fund company, and we know hedge funds are out for what? To make money, not lose. And you can't even tell them who it is? All right. Let's go on, Eddie. And you start riding the fence, Eddie, and go ahead and tell the fucking truth all the way. That's that media prep.
It's fascinating, really. And now, you know, Terence Crawford gets 10 million to fight David Avanisu, or rumoured. Good luck to him on BLK Prime. I mean, the whole world's gone mad, but...
I'm sorry. I heard that. That cracked me up. He said, had the whole world gone mad to get Terence Crawford 10 million? But I don't think he's getting 10 million. Don't think. He ain't getting 10 million. I don't think he's getting.
Good luck to the fighters. You know?
What do you think about that BLK Prime?
It's all right. It's a new platform. I mean, I don't know who's behind it. I know nothing about it at all, you know. But when you come into the market, as we did with DAZN, you have to overpay to convince the fighters to fight on your platform. You know, when DAZN came into the market, they're already operating in, you know, multi-territories with major rights deals, you know, individual domestic TV rights for football leagues. Like, they're a major organisation. BLK have no real history in broadcasting, but yeah, but okay, but at the same time, you know, they're coming in. They have to do something outrageous. They can't just come in and say, oh, we're going to pay market value. No one's going to fight on BLK Prime. So they have to come in and say, right, we're gonna throw some money around to get people fighting on BLK Prime. And they're doing it for Spence against Avanesian. Crawford against that. The problem is with that fight, no one's going to watch it. And no one's going to watch it on BLK Prime. Do you know what I mean? And I've experienced that. You know, I've been through this process with a bigger platform, but still coming into the US with a brand that ultimately fight fans hadn't heard of in the US. And I've been through this whole process. So good luck to him. And good luck to Terence Crawford, because he's getting outrageous money for a fight that he could fight, and he could fight Avanesian 1,000 times. He wouldn't lose once. Right? And Avanesian.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Avanesian was a tough opponent. He's really tough. Why y'all tell me that? And Eddie said he can fight him 1,000 times and won't lose once. Why y'all tell me that? Well, y'all cold. Hit the like button. Y'all cold. I thought he was a tough guy. Terence, Terence, how you dare you lie to me? Man, I'm through.
He's a good fighter. But Terence is a pound for pound top, special fighter.
Eddie,
I know,
it's kind of crazy.
Eddie crazy.
I live in that.
You've been in that position before, because when DAZN came, everyone was like, what the heck is DAZN?
I'm talking about Spence Crawford. Like, I don't think you can blame one, but ultimately, if a fight's big enough, it gets made. Do you know what I mean? Because unless a fighter just completely loses their mind about what the value is in that fight, and also, Marcos, we live in a world where fighters listen to people that have no fucking idea about reality or the numbers.
Can anybody say Brian McIntyre? Yeah.
Like, whatever you want to say about Al, he knows the numbers.
What? What did you say about Al? Can we hear that again?
That have no fucking idea about reality or the numbers. Like, whatever you want to say about Al, he knows the numbers. I know the numbers. Now listen, sometimes a pay-per-view can outperform, but we're rarely wrong to the tune of 5 or 10% of fluctuation. Like, we're pretty, I mean, when you look at Wilder and Hellenius, 70,000, 75,000, that was lower than I anticipated. But,
75, 70?
It was recorded, but I don't know. Like, again, we had Dan Raphael recorded some numbers about Golovkin Canelo, totally wrong. So they might be wrong. But again, but I do think pay-per-view is becoming harder. In the economy and the world that we live in, it has to be an event. And this also transpires to Livegate. If it's just a show, an average show or a good show, it might not do the same.
See, people understand this. When Terence Crawford said we get 50 million together, guaranteed, he used to Bob giving him guarantee. That's it. No live gate, no alcohol being sold, nothing off of that, nothing off the merchandise, none of that. Earl Spence gets that. His promotional company gets of that. This is the last day, y'all. No more of this shit. This is the last day, though, but this is your time to give your opinion.
Same number at the gate as it did last year. Now, if you create a great event that people have to be at, they will attend and they will pay. But there's more pressure to produce quality shows.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at.
Okay. All right. Now, what you think about that? But first of all, what's up, Skywalker? What's going on with you? All right. All right. Champion High, what's going on with you? Yes, sir. How you feel? All right. Shade Girl 85, what's going on? He knows it's wrong. Yeah, yep. Eddie was laughing, right? He knew. He knows Al Heyman is smart. And no, I'm gonna shout him out for that, cause He don't like Al Heyman that much, but he knows Al Heyman is a smart man. Al Heyman is a Harvard lawyer, and he knows that they can make more than that. And I wanted Rachel, you're gonna have to send me your email again. I sent you an email, Rachel, if you're in the house. All right, I saw somebody said you was in the house. All right, yes, sir. So and he don't know anything about BLK Prime, and like you said, you have to throw around a lot of money because they had to. Now, is he right about nobody's gonna buy that? It's gonna flop. Is that what you have to do to make it? I mean, really? Is that gonna happen? Is that what's gonna happen? What's up, box fan? What's going on with you? I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to did I miss anybody? All right. I'm sorry. I missed no super chats. No, okay, I didn't hit no cash out. All right, Zach B, what's going on with you? All right. Anybody else in here? All right, Champion Heart. Okay. I got everybody. Okay. All right. Yeah, Shay Girl. Okay, I got everybody. Okay. Thanks for everybody for coming in. All right. Skywalker. Yes, sir. The boxing. Yes, sir. The TWO. Yes. Ryan Garcia, bigger fight than EJ and Bud. Yeah. But let me tell you about that, though. Ryan does have a fan base. It might be Instagrams. It might be casuals. And I'm willing to bet that his fan base will buy his pay-per-views, let's just say, tickets or whatever, more than Crawford fans. You can love Crawford all you want to, but if you stealing pay-per-views, you taking money out of his pocket. So you're not a fan. Hey, Rachel. Yes, sir. Proposal outside. Let me see, Rachel. Yes, sir, Rachel. You might have to send me an email again. I tried to email you. I wanted you on the show the other day, but you must never got it. I was trying to email you again. I think I might have wrote it down wrong. All right. Yes, sir. Said people outside of the business or boxing pretend to understand this. Exactly. So if you want to come on, Rachel, I will drop the link. But I wanted to show something else with Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, now Oscar De La Hoya, he is threatening to come out and talk about Showtime and PBC, the irregular about the mishandling of business over at PBC, and he believes that Bud Crawford did the right thing. He exposed him, which he really didn't, but that's what he believes. And then I'm gonna drop the link for Rachel if she want to come up, if she have time. Okay, I know how the kids are, and salute to Donaire. All right, a salute to you. All right, I don't know where you're at, but salute to you, my man. All right, I appreciate you. All right, always. And who else we got up here? MMT Pros. All right, let's get to this one. All right. Okay, let's get to this one. And all right. And make sure everybody hit the like button. We got 175 people in this building. All right. Yes, sir. And I know some people just looking in. So, hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. We got 183 people here. All right. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. All right, let me do this one. Okay. And then I'll open the panel up. It's all good. Okay, let me see what Oscar got to say. All right, and what I did was I put it to the spot I think you should be at. All right, what's up, Spirit? How you feel, baby? All right. Okay, now here is Oscar De La Hoya.
Martinez not giving Julio Cesar Chavez a world title shot because he doesn't want to fight Mexicans. So Canelo fought Chavez, for instance, and let's give the fight fans the best fights that they want to see. Let's give the fight fans what they deserve. Ramirez winning Saturday night will be huge for Mexico, will be huge for his fans, will be huge for his career
if he wins,
and then we'll see from there. But we're willing, as Golden Boy, we're willing to work with anybody. We're willing to work with anybody just to make these fights happen.
Oscar, the Twitter a few hours ago. Just want to, just get your thoughts, man. What's in your heart? What's in your mind about everything that happened with Crawford and the stuff that you said on Twitter?
It's about time that the fight fans know what's going on, the truth, the reality. Crawford, kudos to him, him coming out and exposing the truth. That's what we're dealing with, and I'm fed up with it. And it's about time that the fight fans know what's happening, why these big fights are not taking place. Look, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, we did our part, the boxing part. Everything is agreed upon. Executives, TV, they all have to just come to terms. I feel very optimistic that this fight can take place, but you never know.
So in terms of the network stuff, like I guess, how can they work that out? Or is it something that like it's either Showtime is like, no, it has to be on Showtime? Like, well, what happens there?
It's simple economics. It's hermano. Okay, vamos a okay. It's simple economics. It's wanting to make the fight happen. That's the bottom line. I mean, come on. This is the biggest.
No,
these are the biggest fights that can take place, and we cannot make them. It's bullshit.
Could Steven, because I spoke to Steven last week, and he said it's really the promoters that have to come together and ask them, why can't you just come in and say, these guys want the fights, let's just do it co-op, and we both promote the hell out of the fight, and it's an even bigger fight.
It's more complicated.
But does he have the power to do that, to be able to make the fight?
Well, it's more complicated than that when you don't have the say. Well, look, I'm gonna go live very soon, and I'm gonna expose the truth. If these fights are not gonna get made, I'm gonna expose the truth because I'm fed up. I'm tired. I want to see these fights happen. Kudos to Terrence Crawford for coming out and speaking the truth. So you'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if it's going to be Twitter or Instagram, but we're going to make it happen.
What'd you make of the comment that Errol threw at you on Twitter? I know you had tweets. He just said he mentioned Rashidi Ellis, and you guys didn't do him well, didn't promote him well, and that's why he left. And how could you talk about promoting Leo and Deontay and him and Danny when he mentioned Rashidi, that you guys didn't really promote him the right way?
Oh, we promoted him excellently. Absolutely. He's a tremendous, tremendous talent. He's the one that kept turning fights down and down and down and down. And now he goes with a different promoter or a different advisor and is not fighting anymore. And he's done. What has he done? We were promoting him, trying to position him to get to that world title. He just was turning fights down. That's the bottom line. Look, I'm a fighter first. I want to see fights. I'm a fan of boxing. And then I'm a promoter, and even then I still work with everybody. I love fighters. This is my livelihood. This is, well, not my livelihood, but this is what I love doing. Working for the fighters, making sure that the fighters get these opportunities the way I had my opportunity.
Ultimately, in your opinion, do you feel that it's Al that's stopping these fights, and it's a mentality where we have to have the whole pot? Everything has to be us, and we can't share anything?
You said it.
You've worked with him too, so is that what it is?
You said it.
Are you good, man?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate it.
What's this?
First of all, Saleh Mohammed, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the opportunity for having us. Abu Dhabi, Matchroom Boxing, DAZN, obviously. We appreciate your support and your platform, which is bringing the global sport, the sport that we all love, two gladiators, the best at 175, live from Abu Dhabi. Doesn't get any better than this. Zurdo Ramirez took the hard road, the long road. He had to fight two eliminators to get to this position. Zurdo Ramirez is a fighter who is undefeated, a fighter who is hungry, a fighter who is going to show you exactly what Mexican boxing is all about here in Abu Dhabi. And that's why everyone should be excited against a fighter in Bivol who is excellent. I love Bivol. His style is bar none one of the best in the business. I believe that Bivol, coming off a tremendous win against Canelo, another Mexican superstar, in his last fight, was a tremendous showing. He did a great job. But I do have to say that Zurdo Ramirez is no Canelo. Zurdo Ramirez is a fighter who throws punches and bunches, a fighter who is big and strong and heavy and southpaw, and who is going to be very active. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime for Zurdo Ramirez. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for boxing to be on the big stage and show the world what Abu Dhabi is, show the world what big-time boxing is. And Eddie, yes, to show the world that promoters can come together and stage the big fights. I was pretty active last night on social media, but for a reason, because we need these big fights to happen. And so I'm very proud of Bivol. I'm very proud.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Now, that is the reason. Okay. You see, he took a shot at Canelo. Al Heyman. They are not making the big fights. That's what he's saying. Okay. So, but, it is what it is. Now that you're seeing that, now let's see what you have to say about all this, all what's going on, and let me go get the link. All right, because Oscar, he's still in his feelings. He probably was in his feelings way back when Floyd beat him. So I mean, I want to see him come out. Let's just see him. Let's just see him do that and see what happens. Okay. All right. So let me copy this link for y'all. Okay. All right. Let me go to my channel. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. All right. Ricky E245 trying to get an interview with Rashidi Ellis to get his side of the story. Okay. You know what? I am. You know what? Because now that he said, let me pin. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me pin this up. All right. Now, okay. The link is pinned up there. Okay. The link is pinned up there, and y'all can come on in. Yes, sir. I am. And that's so chat. And I don't think no fighter, Ricky, and I appreciate your support. Okay, I don't think no fighter would keep turning down fights. What's up, Mike Ryan? What's going on with you? All right, I don't think no fighter would turn down no payday. And Rashidi Ellis is no slouch. All right, let me just say that. B. Murray, what's going on? All right, he's no slouch. And for Oscar to go up and say that, see, sometimes when fighters or promoters can't have their way, they're trying to change the narrative to fit their narrative. That's what I see from Oscar. Now, Eddie, he was pretty much, all right, us promoters, I'm not going to talk bad against Al because I know I might have to work with him sooner or later. And so he's trying to keep, pretty much on the fence, the fence. What's going on? What's going on, Senator? What's going on? Miss Skywalker is in the building. What's going on? My Grace, my queen. All right, so the link is there. Anybody want to jump on? You're welcome, because we can't have open panel tomorrow due to I will be calling the Bivol, the Bivol fight and Zurdo Ramirez fight. So I will be calling that tomorrow, so we won't have a morning show. So we'll have the open panel now. Okay? Now, Zurdo Ramirez will be fighting tomorrow, and that would be the best friend of none other than David Benavidez. David Benavidez will be interviewing here on my channel Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. So yes, that's gonna be at night. Yes, sir. KQ going prime time, baby. All right. So, but all in all, it just amazes me that people can say, well, Terrence Crawford right, and you're not in the room. You're not in negotiations. Then of course, and you know what? And why people always using the damn Twitter so much? You know, But anyway, prelim starts or 9:30 a.m. Central Time. OG tomorrow. Oh yeah, yep. I got it. And let me see. I think I said I was gonna come on at 2:00. Okay, now the 2:00 said the main card. So is that the main three? Okay, 9:30 a.m. Okay, yeah, I probably won't come on to about 10 or 11, but that's okay. Don't worry, you'll see me. I'll be there. I'll be there earlier than 2 then. I'll put the thumbnail up later on tonight. All right. So just keep an eye on the thumbnail. But it is what it is. So I mean, but don't believe Oscar. I don't think he would come out. First of all, it's unprofessional, and if you're in the capacity of a promoter, a promoter don't do things like that. All right. The link is right up there, Rachel, if you want to come on. All right. And if you have anything to add to this, you can. But like I say, we're gonna move on from this after today because there's more other fights that's been made, that's going to be made, that has been made, and and what happened, and of course, why would you give a guarantee to someone if you don't know, basically how much you're going to make? Unless you really kind of know, like he said, him and Al, they kind of like right there together, and they pretty much kind of be off maybe, a little bit, like 10% maybe or something like that. But Al is not dumb. He's not a dumb man. At least I don't think he is. And then you get in a hedge fund group, and that's you going in dangerous waters. Now you adding more and more people on this one fight, and you might be out of money, So so that's what you got to be careful. You have to be careful when you're messing around with other people, money. No, So, but no, I mean it's just crazy to me. What's going on, Rachel? How you doing?
What's up?
All right. How you feel?
Oh, I'm exhausted, man. I'm exhausted.
What? Don't tell
I'm
me the kids.
exhausted.
What? Don't tell me the kids got you exhausted.
No, I feel like the weather, how it got cold, has made me just not want to leave the house. You know what I mean? Like, just not, And then I found out that we're leaving tomorrow night and not Sunday night because it's like one of those flights that's like a 1 a.m. flight. So I read it a certain way.
Right.
I think it's like a midnight flight or something. So I thought it was Sunday midnight, like going into Monday. It's actually tomorrow night. So now I'm like running around making sure the fridge is stocked, and before we leave for the BC. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? Let me ask you something, Rachel. So what you take of all this? I mean, would you? Well, you being the manager, basically, would you allow an outside company to come in and give you all money if the money is not there, or would you get anybody else involved besides y'all promoters? The other fighters.
Well, first of all, let's not act like people are just gifting money away for free unless they're a nonprofit organization. Like hedge funds, investment groups, investment companies, those are all for a point. It's to invest the money of the ones that gave you the money and make financial moves to increase the value of the money. It's not to just give it away, right? And there is a sort of fiduciary duty to do homework as far as when you're giving money to someone that's supposed to also give you returns. So I think it's funny when people go, oh, this huge, this investment group. It's like, nah, first of all, the investment group doesn't have the money. It's their investors' money, and they don't have free reign to just willy-nilly throw money everywhere, right? And the same with hedge funds. Like it's just not a thing. And even when you see someone like Amazon's ex-wife, Jeff Bezos's ex-wife, I can't bring her name up at the time, but she's giving money to nonprofits and she's giving money to certain organizations because first of all, that is a tax write-off when you give it to nonprofits. But it's not, like when you start to get money from someone, like there's no such thing as a free lunch. What is the return for them? Why are they giving the money? And there's always a string attached. So it begs to say there are two things that were interesting to me. First of all, if they knew Al Heyman, like Bud had said, wouldn't they just call Al Heyman?
Exactly. Yep.
Like that didn't make any sense to me. Yeah, like would you you have a line to me, Skywalker have a line to me. Would it make any sense for you to go like, I don't know, to someone on in the Philippines to get to me when you already have a direct line to me? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
So that one was weird. And as far as like when you're accepting money, like you have to make sure that it's clean and clear. And if it is real, I will tell you right now, in my own career outside of boxing completely, there have been, I mean, you could talk about tanker takeovers that we've done with oil, and you could talk about, PPE deals with test kits and gloves and masks and all that stuff. So many people come in and say that they have the money, but when it comes to showing proof of funds, or a bank verification, then all hell breaks loose, right? It's like, oh, well, I couldn't get my my bank statement in time, or the banker to do a banker call or whatever, and it's because the money isn't there. So in normal business, this is already done. When you go swipe your card at Walmart, they ping your bank account to see, and if there's a certain type of regulation on your card, especially if you put a PIN in and if you run it as a debit and they pin it and it says declined. There's like we do this every day, guys. It's not like they don't know if you have money or not. And yet we're talking about millions of dollars and just taking it for face value. So for me, I just think that, of course, we want the best, and we want to think the best of everyone. But at the same time, my whole motto is always trust but verify. And I don't believe that there was a verification in this process when it comes to 25 million. Now, again, if he wanted to give the 25 million to Al Heyman and say, hey, listen, I'm going to invest into PBC. This is earmarked, which you can do in an investment. This is earmarked for Bud Crawford's purse. And so, we can continue on negotiations and you guys pay Spence what he needs to be paid. We're not privy to it. But what was the kickback, right? Because like I said, no one just does it for free. So was it a percentage? Was it taking over the masters? Was it taking over the whole promotion altogether?
Right. He never said, he never told us. And Spence never found out either. Spence, according to Spence tweets, he didn't even know who the name of where the money was coming from. So
and that was weird to me too. He's like, who is it? And he's like, let's just sit down with him. Man, I mean, I'm not very privy to a lot of street deals, like going on the corner kind of stuff, but I'm pretty damn sure, like when you go to a dinner, you want to know who's sitting on the other end of the table.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, it just seems like too. Yeah. Like, is it worth my time? Do I really want to go sit down? And you're telling me, like, these guys have money. Well, before I even sit down at that dinner, I'm going to do research on these people. Like, where are their investment accounts held? Because that's going to be already public record as far as the company that holds their money, and et cetera, et cetera. But you want me to go into a blind meeting, not knowing who the other person is on the table, who they're bringing, who's recording this damn meeting.
Right.
And just and put it on the books on my schedule and waste my time possibly.
Exactly. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, is he just testing Spence? Maybe it's no money, or maybe he's trying to test Spence loyalty. But I really believe it was some money at the end of the day. But I think Spence had the common sense to say, hey, wait a minute, I got to run this by my people. Now, that doesn't mean that he's not his own boss. Like I tried to explain yesterday, you can have certain people you hire that can pretty much give you great advice. And some might give you a certain, that's what your team does. They give you sound advice. And you got the old days, you had kings who had king hands. They give them advice, so that don't mean you're not a boss. That just means that, you got a team around you.
You're saying the shots that he fired against Spence, saying that he's not. Oh, okay.
Right.
I mean, I think that's just a silly narrative, I believe, because if you want to talk about being a boss, then you're going to talk about someone like Golden Boy, right? Like Oscar De La Hoya, who was a fighter, then created his own promotional brand and put on his own fights as a company. Right? That is what it means. It doesn't mean someone comes in and invests and tells you this is the only guy you can fight.
Right. Exactly. So it was just mighty funny, and the whole thing it was kind of eerie to me. And then you have another fight. Now I don't know how long. I'm not a fighter. I'm not in the boxing business like you and Donito, but I don't know how long does it take for the fight together in the venue and all that. But we know that Crawford disappeared for 2 weeks, according to Earl Spence, and next thing you know, he didn't even know either. Nobody didn't know that he had another fight lined up, and with another opponent. So, I mean, he's a free agent, so you can do that.
Yeah. It takes a lot of logistics and timing and movement. It's not an overnight, like, hey, look, we put this together, yay. And here's the fight dates, and here's the sale tickets, and here's, everything. I mean, you have to get the money first, right? To put the fight together, get those contracts lined up so those fighters are agreed to fight on that date. And then there's a reason why on BoxRec it says that Nebraska it's subject to commission approval, and I think there was something else, maybe a sanctioning approval as well. So there's 2 agencies right there that you have to get approval from. Now we know that the promoter on record, or at least I know that the promoter on record has already submitted the paperwork to get this fight approved and sanctioned by the commission to be allowed. Now, as far as the belt, the sanctioning belt, I'm not sure. That would have to come from Bud's manager or Bud himself to sanction the bout. I don't know what processes or systems that they had already put in place, but I know a couple of the writers that I had talked to over the week that's actually from BWAA had told me, their concerns in the fight. And I asked them, well, why aren't the tickets on sale yet? And he goes, well, the Cheese Stadium, whatever, had told them that the contract hasn't been signed for the venue. It's only been reserved. And I believe that they're only waiting for first of all, you have to wait for the commission to get to sanction the bout. Because what happens if the commission doesn't sanction about? Then you just reserved and paid for under contract a venue that you don't need anymore, right?
Right.
I mean, we don't see that happening, but you're working on so many different timelines. You're working on the Nebraska Commission, you're working on the sanctioning body, and then you have to work on, once you sign that contract, then you got to work down the numbers as far as ticket pricing and blah 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 blah. And then that has to be put all into the system for it to go on sale.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it does take a lot of work.
Okay.
And that's kind of why you see promoters that already, like, they reserve dates at the venues, like PBC, I think, has like 6 at MGM next year. It's crazy. And you see them like putting in their paperwork for commission on states that they believe they're going to throw a fight card for. And then so they update their promoter license for the state that they're operating in, and then they'll shove the card underneath there to get sanctioned for all the fighters.
Okay. So PBC got about 6 of them next year? Wow. Okay. That's
something like that, yeah, at MGM.
Oh, okay.
There's like 2 in January. I don't remember the exact dates, but I showed it to Nonito. It was like, damn, they're here a lot next year.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Now, how's Donito doing? Is he looking at anything coming up next for him?
Well, I mean, that's, why he went to the BO, and then we're going to the BC this weekend, then we'll go to the BA. So we're lining up some stuff, and I don't want to say anything until it actually gets, completely finalized and stuff. But we just, earlier when I was listening to you, we were actually in the gym.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we train about twice a day on Fridays, so we'll train again later today.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good to hear. So but like I say, eventually, now they're saying that this fight still might happen after January 2023. Now I don't know, because his team came out and said some disparaging things about Al Heyman, and I know he knows and heard about it. And I don't know, he still want to do business with him or not. I don't know. It didn't come from his mouth, it came from his team mouth. So I don't know. So, but still in all, I mean, now you think this fight is going to do like it should have been in the first place, or I think it lost its zest? What you think?
I mean, there's so many weird spots to this. I think you pissed off a lot of people. I think, I don't like it when these promoters like talk bad about another promoter or anyone in the sport in general, because the thing is, it's such a small industry, and you are going to have to work with someone eventually. That's honestly why when we left Top Rank, even though we went our separate ways, like, you don't hear me say anything bad about Bob. Now, is it to say that we never got in fights? Oh, hell, we got in fights, trust me. And is it to say that he didn't treat us fairly? I think everyone has their own idea of fair, but at the same time, I know that we're still going to cross paths, and I don't want to be in that position where he just doesn't want to deal with Nonito because of what I've said. So I give respect to where respect is due and leave what's muddied behind me, because it doesn't matter about bickering about the past. It's, I like to look at what positive did Bob Arum do for Nonito's career? Well, he was fighter of the year underneath him. He had amazing fights, with, Nishioka, Arce, Montiel, like, you could go down the list. So I'm not going to dwell on our disagreements through negotiations, because of the fact that that's what they are. They're disagreements and negotiations, and it's business. I don't take it personally.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say, sometimes you gotta just turn a blind cheek and just make the best deal possible. Get on with it. And like you say, in this boxing round, you only got a short window, and you're not going to be fighting when you're 60 years old or 50, and so you want to pretty much don't burn your bridges, you don't want to burn your bridges. And now Bud Crawford now he's a free agent, but I
Mm.
think he was trying to look at PBC like Bob did him. See, Bob gave him a guarantee up front, but
Yeah.
PBC didn't, because you're gonna get more on the back end and things like that, the pay-per-views and things like that. But he was just determined to get that guarantee, and he keeps bringing that up. And but all promoters don't do things alike, so
No.
no. So and that's the issue,
Well, and then I think like the problem is that he had a guarantee. So here we go with what I've said is perceived and what's real, right? Let's look at the Kambosos fight, the first one in June. The first one again in June, they said Kambosos was walking away with 10 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view and gate, right? And we're like, damn, Kambosos just, got Tio's belt and look at the money he's making. So everyone's looking and perceiving that this is the money in the pot. Right. Now, fast forward to a couple weeks ago with the lawsuit that's in Florida with his manager and his trainer, and the money is 3.8 million after sanctioning fees net. No, wait, yeah, net. So that's nowhere near 10 million guaranteed, and then his pay-per-view plus his gate was an additional 600,000. But that's not 10 million. That's not what we were told. So I think as fighters in the game, and as also as a fan, a lot of these numbers are being inflated, which you start to question what your worth is when someone else's worth as perceived is extremely high. And then you're like, oh, well, I'm worth more than that person is. For damn sure, I should get at least the same. But that number was inflated and fake.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of people don't take in consideration when you get that money got to go out here, there. Then at the end of the day, look what you have left, And are you talking about Peter Khan? Is that the one that's in that lawsuit? Out
yes.
there?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's the thing is that with a 3.8, 3.8 was his net just after sanctioning fees. So he had to pay the sanctioning belts. That's it. He still has to get taxes taken off of the 3.8, but that wasn't the 10 million.
Right. So, wow. They always back and forth. Bud was in a lawsuit with Al Heyman. I mean, not Al Heyman. Bob Aaron. Yeah, and that I don't even know what happened with that lawsuit. I think they just dropped it. I think Bud just let it go. And I don't even know what that lawsuit was about. Really. But
well, wasn't you could correct me if I'm wrong, but because there's so many, I can't remember anymore. But I thought when Heyman started with PBC, I swear I'm about 75% remembering something about Aram and Golden Boy teaming up to draw up a lawsuit against PBC.
Yes,
in the very beginning.
Yes, that did happen.
Okay.
Yeah, Oscar and Bob, they took Al to court. They lost, but
they tried.
Yeah, they tried. Yeah, they said he was monopolizing the boxing industry because a lot of Golden Boy fighters went over to PBC, and for the money, that he was giving out. And you know what? And Eddie Hearn said something interesting to me. Eddie Hearn said that we as startup companies, and he was talking about BLK Prime. When we start up a company, we have to overpay fighters millions of dollars sometimes. But he said the zone was already established in other countries. Which they were, but everybody asking this question. Well, BLK Prime, 10 million here, Then you got Adrian Broner. You know, he's gonna make. They said 8 figures. You know, I don't know how true all this is. And then somebody said, well, their net worth is $5 million. You know, so it got to be somebody that's helping them out. You know, to put all that money up front. You know, and Adrian Broner don't have the best track record. You know, we know that. You know, so that's how, you know, I'm trying to figure out, well, maybe they had to borrow it, or I don't know, you know, but I still don't see how that's going to happen, because can you generate that much money to pay back, or to pay, you know, recoup your money? You know, that's why I don't understand, you know, with the boxing business, you know. So it got to be a parent company. Yeah, it got to be like a parent company. Like Showtime got Paramount and CBS, and you know, so it gotta be someone that's generating that money for them. So I don't know.
Yeah, and the funny part is that we're talking about like you're saying, which is correct. Showtime, Paramount, BLK is a streaming service, so their direct competitor wouldn't be PBC, it would be Showtime. And yet we've created this weird narrative and put them both in the same box. They're not the same box. The promoter of record technically would be your competitor, would be PBC's competitor, right? It wouldn't be PBC versus BLK. BLK is a streaming service, PBC is not. It would be Showtime that you're trying to take down, or DAZN.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I don't understand this like comparison so much of when it comes to that, when they're like, oh, Al's coming for BLK Prime or whatever because of what they're doing. It's like, Al can't do what BLK Prime is doing. Al's not a streaming service.
Right. Right. Yeah. So okay, Rachel, you have anything else you want to add to it?
You know, at the end of the day, like, I hope everyone gets paid that they were promised. I hate seeing that fighters, you know, when fighters get taken advantage of. I honestly hope they stop this Twitter stuff, because it's not solving anything. I think it's starting to become a circus. And I honestly, I have respect for both fighters. And me and Nonito have been in Bud's corner as far as when he's in the ring. But right now, outside, so I can separate the fighter versus the businessman, right? And I don't feel like telling people about fire sticks, not that they don't know about fire sticks, but pretty much that, you know, it's cool, you know, not really pushing his pay-per-view. I don't really think that's a great business move. I want to see him in the ring, and that's pretty much it. I'm tired of this whole damn men's telenovela that we've been watching. I'm over it. I'm totally over it. Just let me see the fights.
Yeah, no, I said today, I said, I'm not talking about this after today. You know, I'm just through with it. Unless something major come up about it. I want to know, Bud, he did he was been promoting BLK Prime by doing that the other night, but he didn't promote it. He talked about him and Spence. Most of the time, you know. Then when he said it at the end, he couldn't even say the name right, you know. So I mean, it was you know, it was a bad look. So
I think if this fight was to happen, first of all, it would take a lot of moving, a strong hand to move, because of all the sanctioning bodies and the mandatories that are going to be created. Because we have to remember that this is Bud's option. Fight option, and the next one's going to end up being a mandatory, so that'll block the way. You're going to have to pay that guy off, and then Spence's mandatories that had already pretty much stepped aside for this big fight to happen. I believe, you know, talking around in circles, talking on Twitter, doing lives, all this stuff is not going to really amount to anything, especially at this point in time. They're both fighting other people. Let their heads cool, and then sit down at the table and talk, you know, sensibly, and ask questions that will help you make that decision. But this right now is just a distraction to what boxing really is. And it's two men fighting in the ring. Or women. Sorry, there's also women that fight in the ring. So 2 people fighting in the ring with the sweet science.
Yes.
So
yeah. So all right. You know, did they Did you go to the WBC convention?
I'm leaving tomorrow night.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, because that's when they're gonna try to make Thurman the mandatory to Earl Spence WBC belt. Okay, because right now he's just a contender. He's not a mandatory yet. So
yeah,
right.
There's been a rumor flying around that Spence might be franchise or something. Like it'll be interesting to see what they do at the BC. Nonito went to the BO, but I didn't go because honestly, traveling 13 hours in one direction, coming home for 2 days, and traveling 13 hours in the other direction wasn't really it wasn't didn't look appealing to me. So
right, yeah. Okay.
So that's why I'm just gonna go to the BC this weekend.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you'll see everybody there, you know. So well, I appreciate you coming up, Rachel. Thank you. And like I said, you know, could you get a chance, you know, just hit my email, and could you give it to me one more time, because I don't think I think I wrote it down wrong, but that's
no,
okay.
No, I got it. It just, like I said, I've
you
just
did.
been stupid busy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well,
I'll hit you back, and then we'll schedule everything. But you guys, of course, I'll be down in the chats for a while. So if you guys have any questions, just ask me in the chat. And of course, always thank you for having me. And if you guys don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. And until next time, you guys be good, and remember to focus on the positive of life and the present moment. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Okay. All right, Rachel. All right. Thank you. All right. That was Rachel Donaire. Very nice young lady, and know her boxing business. You know, the business side of boxing. You know, and she, you know, and she always don't have no problem coming up, you know, and giving her advice, or you know, what's going on, things like that. Her husband, good fighter, you know, that amazing fight with Inoue over there in Japan. That was a great fight with him over there. So I mean, you know, she knows, you know, the sport of boxing. So, and like I say, I know boxing, but I'm not very. I know a little bit, but not a lot about the business side of boxing. And so, but I'm learning. You know, I mean, we know the basics. The 4 bills and this franchise bill and what it is, what isn't. You know. So yeah. So and like I said, you know, the WBC convention, which they're going to now. They'll be heading out to 1 o'clock in the morning flight she's taking. Now, this is where Keith Thurman will begin. Well, they plan on giving him the mandatory spot. Now, Keith Thurman and Earl Spence, that still will generate a lot of money, but it's just one problem. Earl Spence don't want to. He don't want to fight Keith Thurman. That's the problem. You know, now, Rachel says she heard some rumors, you know, it might not be true, it might be true, that they might franchise Earl Spence. Well, Earl Spence is that type of guy that he doesn't want to tune up. He doesn't want no giveies, all right? He don't want no easy fights. He wants the best, and he wants to get to the best, and he don't want to use a franchise belt to get out of fights. Like another fighter I know that did it and used it a couple times. Yes, sir. And that's one question I'm gonna ask Dave Benavidez when I interview him Tuesday. I need to find out about that. You know, how you feel about that. You know, so, and of course, you got Morrell that wants to fight Benavidez. You know, so let's see how you feel about that. And what do you think about the fight tomorrow? So that's going to be a good fight too. So, and they are fighting at 175. So big boys. Now Zerto, he did look big today, and I'm quite sure he's going to rehydrate up big too. So that's going to be a good fight. But I think Demetrius Bivol is more experienced. I think he's more fundamentally sound, and I think he got a great ring IQ. He fight great at mid range, and he does use his jab. You know, he know how to pretty much fight small, fight tall, and he know how to go in there and throw that right hand. But he had this hand not back here. He had that hand when he throw it, he leave it right there. So in case a counter come back, So I've been watching him a lot lately. So I got Demetrius Bivol winning that fight. Now, of course, we got the women fights. And I think the women deserve a pat on the back for this year. I think they did a great time. Anybody want to come on, they can. Okay, the link is right there. Okay, the link is right there if y'all want to hop on. All right, don't mind me talking, but I don't know. I just keep it going. All right, till somebody want to come on. All right, but still in all, the women, I think deserve a great pat on the back this year because the women was off the chain this year. I mean, I enjoyed the women boxing. Matter of fact, I'm a big fan of women boxing now. And I think Shawala, I think she said that last night. I'm a big fan of Caroline Dubois. She's Daniel Dubois' sister. She's out of the UK, and she fought on the Carissa Shields card, and that was, man, she can fight. She can fight, and when she throws hard, no doubt about it. She throws hard. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing her fight. Midwest Boxing, what's going on with you, baby? Salute to you. All right, salute to you. All right. And we also, Mike Biz, he's 127 people away from 1,000 subscribers. All right. We got to get him up there. All right. What's going on? DJ Black Magic Charm is in the building.
Salute OG KQKC. I ain't leave my OG hanging, man. I'm finna come talk some shit with my OG, man. Straight up. Like,
what's that, man?
Man, I'm looking at Terrence Bud Crawford, and like I was saying the other day, I'm like, for him, being 35, taking a chance like this, he missed the big thing that he missed with streaming, like a lot of these rappers and stuff miss, is that replay. That streaming money, that recurring money, like just say for instance these rappers, singers or whatever get the record deal, they get that $1 million up front. But that stream, once that year over with, or whatever they deal with, that content gonna get paid for the rest of their life from that restream for the rest of their life. And he missed that, just taking that money up front. And like when Errol Spence say all money ain't good money, and when Al say you put a cap on yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's like he didn't understand it. Like he missed like all the nuances of now. See, back in the old days, you know what I'm saying? When you could put a cap on how many CDs got pressed up, how many DVDs or VCR tapes got pressed up.
Right.
Now you got
Rachel she called it masters, right?
Yeah, the masters of it. He owned it there. And so for they in they situation, that intellectual property, like the reason why his promo was so trash is because he could have at least dug in his own pocket and asked some of those videographers at ESPN for some of that footage. So he could send it over to BLK to, you know what I'm saying, so he can make himself look good. Like, if you're going to be a boss, you got the boss all the way up because you don't hop out there in the water now, young man. You know what I'm saying?
That promo. Wow.
Yeah, he got it's a promo of him sitting in a little black room at got a little chess table. Ain't no opponent across from him. He got his hands wrapped up. And it was like he fighting David Avanesian on BLK Prime. They could at least infuse David Avanesian in on the graphic design. They you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure Terrence Crawford ain't broke. He got enough money to reach out to good graphic designers to get him, you know what I'm saying, to make himself look good.
Right.
Because now you playing on the top end, even though he ain't in on buying the arena, paying the commission off, you know what I'm saying? He called himself a boss, but this the other stuff he got. These the other concerns that he probably never know about. You know what I'm saying? All these different concessions, you know what I'm saying? Who in the VIP? Why they in the VIP? You know what I'm saying? How much they paid to get in the VIP? Like, these are things he don't know, you know. And he kind of pretty much cut himself out by taking that money up front. You know, it's like, damn, you know, I still say the brother need an advisor, and he out there in that water now. So, you know, I don't want to chat the young dude down. I want to see what, you know, if he bump his head, if he like Jamel Charlo, that's one of my, like, people thought that when he lost to Tony Harrison, he was gonna shut up. Nah, he went back and he knew, he was like, hold on, I got to prove to these people that I am who I say I am, you know. And now stepped into this water of trying to be like Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The folk in their corner who was in their ear who gave them a whole nother kind of game, the reason why they started those companies. Don't even have this game. But now how can work for Oscar De La Hoya? He don't have, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this thing from a whole nother, you know, like I hope the little dude, you know what I'm saying, the young brother, at least get with his lawyer since you talk business, and when that fight do take place, at least go back to BLK Prime and buy his masters.
Right. Yeah.
And buy it. You know what I'm saying? Let's buy his masters from them because they are subscription based. You know what I'm saying? Right, and that means all those subscribers can look at that content for free. That I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. And he ain't in on that $5, KQ. He ain't in on that. You know what I'm saying? He only got that the 8 figures he's supposed to get up front. Other than, and these are things, what I'm talking about is that back end. You know, that he don't understand the back end. You know, the replay, that footage. You know, the merchandise that's gonna be sold. You know, hold on, watch this, KQKC. The events leading up to the fight. That all those their faces gonna be stamped on all those events leading up to the fight. People are paying to be in these events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I said. You know, the merchandise, the ticket sales, the liquor.
Right, the liquor. All right, definitely the liquor. Come on, definitely people are gonna buy that beer up. Back to back. Shots back to back to back. You talking about the parking lot charging $50 to park. And come on, man, he missed out on so much money, man. But you know, for him, you know, like for a person like him, I say, you know, like people always say, if you never had $1 million, once you get that piece of paper in front of you with all them zeros, you know what I'm saying? Your hand gonna be goddamn ready to grab that ink pen, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's something that you never had before.
Right. That was Floyd said he did with Top Rank. Because he never seen so much money before, you know, coming from where he came from.
Right.
He didn't even read the contract, really. He just see the check and he just signed it.
And see, I think Terrence Crawford been rich long enough to not make decisions like that, though. You know, like I think he been playing around with I don't know how rich he is, if he's rich or not, if somebody been taking advantage of him his whole career. Now I don't know that part, but I think he been playing with millionaires long enough to not be so infatuated by, you know what I'm saying, just taking so much, you know. But that's my take on the KQ.
Okay, man. I appreciate you, DJ, man.
Oh, man, appreciate you.
All right. Thanks for showing love, brother. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Peace. All right. Now, I was saying, Shawala, Caroline Dwar, I like her too. And I saw you yesterday in the chat. You said you keep your eye on, you got your eye on her. She's a good fighter. I've seen her 3 times now. She can fight. And she's a southpaw. She's Daniel Dubois' sister. And of course, she's from the UK. But that right hand, man, her brick hand is the left, but that right hand is so fast. And if you get hit by it, baby, man, you better watch out. Yes, sir. Let me see your face, Mr. Shut Up Somebody. All right, all right. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? What's going on with your 817? What's going on with you, man? Talk
What's
to me.
going on, OG, man? I just want to again salute Miss Donaire for coming up here.
Yes, yes, she's still in the chat.
Man, it's wonderful. You know, again, you know, we always bring a certain vibe. You know what I'm saying? The community always gonna bring a certain vibe. You know, but it was dope for her to get up here. You know, and articulate.
Yeah, yeah. Because you look at someone like her in her position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if some people, think they a little bit too good. You know, for people like us.
Fact.
You know, and she came up with no problem. You know, and I appreciate that.
Fact, and gave us the insight, the things that we all touch on, right? Yeah. But you know, when you don't have the ... behind your name, you know, most people don't tell you with any validity. You know what I mean? And with her having a title, having a position, having understanding, having the knowledge, but still willing to, you know, come to little old YouTube channels, you know, OG, you know what I'm saying, and drop that knowledge for where the real fans are. You know what I'm saying? To really put the icing on the cake, to take the questions away, to fill in the blanks for us. You know, she's not choosing sides; she's just filling in the blank, giving us the information to fill in the blanks for.
Yeah.
You know, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And you able to make an educated decision. You know, you able to truly assess it. You know, if it's something you follow and something that you truly you know, engaged in, and really make an educated decision, man. And I appreciate her for that, because it's OG. Let's keep it a buck. It's the same shit I've been saying and you've been saying and other people been saying, but it's the way it's articulated, right? Or who it's coming from, right? You know. It's coming from me, but I'm from Texas, so I'm biased. Blah 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 blah. It's plausible deniability there. When somebody like that comes through, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got a dog in the fight.
Exactly.
So when she give it to you and give it to you with her insight, then you can sit there and, oh, okay, well damn, that makes sense. So I appreciate her for that, man. And again, you know, all the clowning that they do about YouTube and YouTube boxing and all this, that, and the third, it's funny. He got out there in them streets and had to turn to a YouTube motherfucker for protection and hiding behind a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk, because I don't know nobody else associated with that company. I ain't seen their face or none of that. It's only one face associated with that.
Yeah, I haven't seen nobody either. I heard them talking about this guy named Dez, but I don't know who that is and never seen him. You know,
facts.
Yeah,
and they knew that before they went and put on your partner. So it's some all, and like I said, that motherfucker, when he did that post about him being the puppet master, right? It was way months before all this, you know, damn near a year ago. When he was talking about he was the puppet master or whatnot.
Right.
Bruh, he didn't do nothing but get validation for it. Because he knew what was going to happen, where the shit was going to be slung or whatever. And he knew when nobody going to believe him.
Right.
He knew when nobody going to believe him, but his fans, the people who already believed him, as if you believe enough of his bullshit this far up, then you was going to believe anything he gave you after this.
Yeah.
So... at the end of the day, man, look, hopefully if the fight fucking get made, you know what I'm saying, after this or whatever, it won't be because that bitch deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, a lot of people would have to go against who they are and what they stand for to make this shit happen. And before I go, remember at the beginning of Earl's career, right? His daddy told him, hey man, run with Al, run with the long money. That's the situation that's going to be best for you, right?
Yes.
So for this man to come to him, you know what I'm saying, with any kind of bullshit offer that will have him walk away from Al, you know, not only will he be walking away from the person who helped put him in the position that he's in to be undisputed, to accomplish all that he's accomplished, right? He be going against his father as well, his guidance. You know, it's a lot there, and it's integrity tied to it, and ain't no amount that some people can take for their integrity.
Exactly.
And the other motherfuckers can take it off the top and do the bare minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely, man. So
I'm
yeah,
out the way, OG.
yeah, sure. I appreciate you, 817. All
Salute
right.
to you. Happy Friday, man. Oh,
Yes,
how about them Cowboys on them Bears? Ass.
I know. I'll wait on you to say something. Yeah, y'all give us a whooping. Yeah, so what's up, Randy Smith, man? What's going on?
Thank you, my man.
What's going on, man? I ain't seen you, man, in a while. I'm glad to see you. How you
I ain't in jail, I ain't in rehab.
I just about to ask you, man, what you been in jail or rehab? What's going on? Yeah, I heard you. I heard your truck been down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been down, and hopefully everything go right. I'll be back up Monday. I'm supposed to came back this week, but the guy had already pushed out all the loads because I'm going with a whole nother company and running for myself. You know, the whole nine. So hopefully I'll be back up Monday, and then I'll be able to be back in the. But I've been hanging around now. I've been ill.
Okay. All right.
I just had to chime in on Crawford since it's the last day, man. I just been watching him make a fool out of himself, man. It's like you know, you find some drug dealers in the hood, and people say, you know, he would have made a good businessman if he'd have put his mind to it. But that's not so. Every drug dealer don't make a good businessman, because the tactics that they use are not business tactics. You know what I mean? If you rip a drug dealer off, you don't go take him to court, get the best lawyers, and go through all that. You go knock on his door or throw a bomb in his door in his window and kill everybody in there. You know what I mean? So Crawford is trying to act like a boss, and he a W-2 worker around W-2 workers. He just know more than the W-2 workers that he's around, meaning that he know a little bit more, or they think he know a little bit more than they know, and then he used their talking point to take to a boardroom where you got businessmen in a boardroom that don't speak the same language and don't act the same way. I mean, you can't take hood tactics in a business meeting. Meaning that these insults and the not being able to answer and not being able to articulate your words right, that's not business. That is why business people hire to their weakness. If you don't speak well, you got money, you go out and hire somebody that can speak for you.
Exactly.
And Al is in the business of making businessmen. Think about it. These guys got promotional companies. If I'm not mistaken, Al is really not a promoter, he's an advisor.
Exactly.
So with that being said, Terrence like the upfront money or the guarantee money, because that's what W-2 workers do. I'm gonna come to work and you pay me by the hour. I make $10 an hour. I work 40 hours. I got $400. I don't have to do no kind of figuring that out. That's common. You feel what I'm saying? But for a boss, I got to figure out how to pay all these people, got to order supplies. I got to do all this as a boss. So Crawford is he want to be a boss, but he's a W-2 worker. And I'm gonna let somebody else get in. I see Rachel back. God bless you, Rachel. You haven't sent for us. I mean, you just haven't sent for us. But
no, you're speaking. The reason I came up is it's exactly what you're saying, and it's not to slight Terrence Crawford in any type of way. It's the fact that you just don't know, right? You don't have experience. Like, let me just give you for an example. There was a contract that I had signed 2 weeks ago, I think, and it was long in the making, and it was my contract was it said it was 30% net, and I go and they're like, this is your proposed commission. I was like, nope. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, if you want to give me net, then you need to open the books. They're like, where we're manufacturing and the prices of this and that. I was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't also know if you're going to put in marketing, and I know how marketing costs and all this stuff. So unless you want to open that, then you're going to give me an exact amount per unit sold of what my commission is on this. And they're like, okay, fine. So finish out that contract. Now here I go, and I see that they're sourcing out the marketing, graphic design. And I didn't agree. They hated their graphic design. I kept ripping apart their graphic design. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I freaking had Nonito do the graphic design. I go, this is what I want to see. Blah, blah, blah. Nonito built it out, did the die cuts and everything for them, and submitted it. And they're like, what the hell? And at the end of the day, Nonito created their entire marketing. And so Nonito sits there and he goes, okay, well, what's my contract? What am I getting paid? I go, getting paid. And he was like, yeah, like hourly. I put in hours of computer work for this. And I'm like, you're thinking too small. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you don't want that. I was like, you want equity in the company because they can't use what you just created for them without your intellectual property. And he was like, okay, so I want equity. And he goes, I want equity. And then they're like, sure, we'll give you equity and blah, blah, blah. And then so I look at Nonito, I go, you want founders. And he's like, what do you mean I want founders? I was like, founders means when they sell the company, you're the first one to get paid out. Not everyone after the fact that invested into the company. You're in the front line of getting paid. So the story of what I'm telling you this is not a knock at all on his, on him as a man or him wanting to be a boss. But there's situations and experiences you just don't have. And it's okay to ask for advice and be guided to make the correct decision for yourself.
Right. Wow.
Same thing, and I know I'm gonna make it quick, but the same thing with the trucking, Casey. With trucking, everybody's not an owner operator. Everybody's not built to be an owner operator because they're W-2 workers. And when I say that, there's no slight to somebody that's punching the clock, but it's a big difference in a W-2 worker and a 1099 worker. You go from, if you're a W-2 worker, you clock in. If you get on the truck and the truck don't work, you tell somebody and they put you on another truck or whatever the case may be. But when you're a 1099 and you're an owner operator, true owner operator, when you get in the truck and the truck don't work, you got to make sure it's working. I got to buy my own fuel. If I was a W-2 worker, they buy the fuel. I got to buy my own tires. I got to pay for my own insurance. I got to do everything that they do. I got to do for myself. The only thing they do is give me the freight. Now, we gave you the freight. We ain't got no business. I mean, it ain't our problem that you ain't got fuel to get there. You need to get it there, or we can find somebody else to get it there. You feel what I'm saying? So Crawford doesn't want to have to deal with all the stuff that actually goes into being a boss. He wants the title of being a boss, but he doesn't want the responsibility. And when I say that, it's like I said earlier, Al Heyman is in the business of making bosses or making bosses. These guys got their promotional company. If I'm not mistaken, Rachel, correct me because I think I'm right when I say this, but if I'm not, educate me on it. The money that's generated in Errol Spence fight, the venue, all that come out of his purse. Al get a percentage of it. That's his cut. Everything else comes out of Earl money, and Al just set things up for him. Like the venue, he had to pay for everything he had to pay for, but he got people in place to make sure these things are handled. So, is I'm on the right track, Rachel?
Yeah, you're on the right track. Yes. Because I think what people forget is that, Al is an advisor and we keep going against PBC where the promotional company is actually Tom Brown. So, there's a lot of crossing where people are not understanding the lanes of what is provided. And then so that's where they cross-pollinate like, oh, Al's doing this or Al's doing that or Spence is doing this and all that stuff. And they completely forget that the promotional company that has a license to throw the event to begin with is the one that is on the hook. In addition to that's who they hire, the media company like PBC, an event company to run the event.
Yeah, TGB, yeah.
That's why Bill used to like to say, oh, we bosses. We bosses. Because they can make decisions. You can't make decisions when I just paid you. You just get what I give you and you go. And like I said, Bud doesn't understand that. And Bud has ghetto guys, hood guys in places where people with degrees or people that specialize in these things should be. and he's taking advice from people that doesn't know anything about it. He's taking advice from people that know just about, exclude you, Rachel, just about as much as what we know about the business, because we standing outside looking in and we think that's how it should go. It makes sense to us, that's how it should go. But like you say, Rachel, when you in it like you are, you know it's totally different when you go into that situation, because it makes sense standing out here where it should be like this, Bud should do this, or he should be getting this. But then, like you say, when you in it, looking in it, you're like, nah, it can't work like that because this is in place to that, so that can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's
not just it's business 101. Okay, then there should be a subcategory course of boxing business or entertainment business, because it's totally different from just business 101. And I feel like that's literally, if you have to understand how business works. Like, I don't know how many times I've had to explain what net and gross is to people. I'm like, what do you mean you don't understand? I was like, I thought like everyone that paid taxes understood net and gross, but maybe not. Maybe you went to H&R Block and you just let it go, right? Like that's where you start to talk about like, okay, so the education of and experience of the people that are talking. And again, it's okay not to know. I didn't know freaking everything in business. And I'll tell you, even negotiating my contract was, I had people that told me, they're like, Rachel, they're like, do not give half of your master. And I'm like, but they're sourcing and they're doing this for me. They're like, do not. They're like, let her work on your behalf, but do not give your contract. They're like, that contract's invaluable because you're the only one that can do it. And so I have people even in my own career that advise me, and I take their advice into consideration. Like, oh yeah, that's right. The same in boxing. Sometimes I'll take advice from Richard Cameron Duncan if I don't know what I'm doing, or if I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. But that's the thing, is I'm not afraid to ask. I'm not afraid to learn, because I know it's just going to grow me in my own experience by doing so.
Shout out to Zulu Lion and that Cash App. I appreciate you, brother. All right. Okay, go ahead.
You remember one time, KQ, we was talking and I said, a lot of people think that this fight is with this, when it first started talking about it. I said, a lot of people think that this fight is bigger than actually what it is. I said, but the boxing community is small. It's small. It's just a few of us. If you look around in your neighborhood, it's very few boxing people, fans, real true fans in your neighborhood. And the fight got to be built. It's a lot of things go into it. So when Crawford walks up in here, he's listening to what people have told him. He the best fighter in the world, this, that, and the third. And he feel like he should get this because I'm the best fighter in the world. But that doesn't translate into money, because all of us are hopping around on different YouTube channels. Just about most of the people in here, you can go on any YouTube channel and you will find at least one or two people in this channel here, in every other channel, because it ain't a whole lot of us. So we're the ones that's buying the tickets. So it's not, the fight is not big money wise as we would think on the outside looking in. And Al been doing this a long time. So Terrence, if you want to maximize your money, right. I'm gonna have to do what it takes to advertise it and drag it and make sure this makes it generate the money, like Pac-Man and Mayweather. They couldn't just go right into the fight because they had to get a buzz on who are these two people arguing over. You ever heard of Spence? You ever heard of Crawford? Now people talking about it that don't even watch boxing. They looking at the drama or whatever the case may be, because you got to build up for the fight. But he's used to instant gratification. He said he getting a guaranteed $10 million from BLK Prime. Now I've been listening to him keep saying he getting a guarantee, and I wonder, Rachel, if because he didn't say he getting it up front before he stepped in the ring. He just said he getting a guarantee, and I wonder if BLK guaranteeing him $10 million and they betting on is he gonna sell enough tickets to cover himself.
But they can't do that because BLK is a streaming service and the revenue is coming from the membership and the whatchamacallit only. The only person that can give away those rights is the promoter on record.
Okay.
So he getting his money. He getting his money before he get in the ring, or
no, he's supposed to only get his money after it goes after the fight, and then commission signs off of it. Then he can get his check at the end of the day.
That's what I'm asking. I'm saying, okay,
yes.
the company, we know the company is for $5 million, which that doesn't matter. Like I said, he can have private investors for the company, or they could have a reserve. But my thought, and it's just me on the outside looking in, my whole thought behind this, and I've been talking about with the group that I've talked boxing with, is I wonder if they're betting, BLK is betting on, we only have $5 million. But I believe we could sell 5 million in pay-per-view streams to make up for the other 5 million to pay Crawford. That's what I guess that's what I'm asking. Is it possible that they betting BLK? Not saying that you know, but I'm saying, is it possible that they're betting on paying him out of the pay-per-view sale? Is that possible?
It is possible, but then that throws out the whole, I mean, whether or not they still have to stick to a fixed price, right? Because he's not getting the quote unquote back end, whether or not it exceeds their expectations or not. A guarantee is fixed. So they would still have to pay up before they even count those dollars because of the fact of how commission normally works. I've never fought in Nebraska, so I would have to look into their commission laws. But I mean, as far as that is concerned, I mean, we know all of the pay-per-view stuff. You're looking at a 60, 90-day accounting of how many people paid, in addition to how many people's streams got cut and wants a refund, and all those problems with refunds. So you're looking at it, 60-day turnaround for your money if that's what they're betting on. So they would have to put up the money first, and then they'd have to recoup it later.
All right.
Thanks for that education.
All right. Thanks, man, for coming up, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man.
All right, I appreciate you.
Man, and Rachel, it was my pleasure to be on the panel with you and my favorite brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll catch you tomorrow.
Great.
We'll finish out in KQ, but I'll be with you tomorrow.
All right. Tell Jeremiah I said hi, man. All right.
Jeremiah put a motor in his truck, man. He had to put another motor in his truck. He pulled it in last Friday, and he finishing it up today. We put a motor. We put another motor in, man. But I definitely tell you.
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. All right. Appreciate you.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. And you know what? And I thank you, Rachel. You know, you've been really a gem today, you know, and I thank you for that, you know.
No, I love talking about business. Like literally I'm sitting in front of my computer as I'm doing something for Nonito's part of you know, his what is it called? His intellectual property. But I mean, literally I live and breathe like my career outside, and when it comes to talking business, I can talk circles all day. It's fun because it is a fun thing for me. It's, you know,
okay.
So just putting my knowledge into boxing and kind of enlightening people is, you know, I don't like the misconceptions that are out there, like that gentleman was talking about, you know, guarantee purses. There was a misconception that they were saying that, Aram said that Frank Warren said that they were paid already. And I'm like, okay, first of all, the line of questioning was faulty at best, because of course they had to pay Avernesian something. And by something, I mean, he canceled a fight.
Right. He was been fighting on November. He canceled that fight.
Correct. Yeah. And you have to pay for that. He's not just going to walk away from that. So of course he got paid, you know, so it's like things like this, that the narratives are being really spun strangely. And I feel like you really only see this in boxing because regular business, you don't see the happenings. But here in YouTube, social media, and how boxing is, like, we're seeing it all play out in an interesting way.
Yeah. We're seeing it. Yeah. So.
And let me just, I'm gonna go because Nonito wants me to take him to get his haircut for the event this weekend. But I did want to say, because I know I saw some people say that they subscribe to my channel. I only use this channel when I'm not with Nonito, so then you guys know it's me and not Nonito talking. But if you guys do want to follow us, we really haven't been updating anything. But our YouTube is Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel. So
okay, you got time to drop it in the chat before you go?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. Always.
I did it.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Okay. I appreciate Rachel coming in here. Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing is just now ringing for my man Zulu Lion. Boy, it's slow. Man, it's slow. It just there ringing. Ain't that something? Wow. All right, but that's okay. All right, that's okay. All right, but hey, I mean, this been a good chat. I thank everybody, and of course, Rachel. You know, she always, like I say, she like she said, she loves talking about business, especially in the sport of boxing, and it lights me because I'm trying to learn the inside and business of boxing. Just to know. I'm not trying to be no promoter or nothing like that. But I just trying to get to learn a little bit, like the referee thing. Haven't heard from them yet, and I'm gonna give them a call too today. So I mean, one thing about boxing, it's all year round. It's no seasonal, like basketball and football. And we need more eyes on boxing. And the only way you get more eyes on boxing is, better fights, and better competition. The best fighting the best. That's how you get eyes on boxing. And now, and I mean the ladies, and that I was talking about earlier, they are shooting up. They are shooting up and shooting out. I mean, they are really really good fighters are coming along. Like I was talking about with Shuala and someone else was talking about Caroline Dubois. I mean, she is young. She's hungry, fresh. And boxing her family. Of course, she's the sister of Daniel Dubois. And he was a man, big heavyweight one time too. He got kind of lost that zest when he got knocked out, but he got back up, got back in there again, and he ready to go again. So I mean that's what I like. About women boxing. It just took off just like that. With Carissa Shield, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. But now that generation is about to, Carissa Shield did everything you can do. I mean, everything you can do. She been undisputed twice, unified three, one time. So then you got Amanda Serrano. She's getting older now. She got every belt you can think of. Then Katie Taylor, she's getting older now. But you got the young fighters coming in here, like Bargardner and Jonas. Jonas 38. Okay, I'll take that back. But it's just a lot of women fighters, and now they're starting to come up with the men. I'd like to see 12 rounds for eliminator or a championship. I like to see 3-minute rounds. All right, that way you see how the women pretty much knockout ratio go up, because once they get their opponent hurt, bang, there you go, the 10-second clapper. So I mean, everything is going good in boxing. We just had this little setback with Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, which, you know what, like Earl said, I'm gonna spin the block. That shows you that he wants to fight. All right. Now, that fight might not be as lucrative as it was before, but I still think a lot of fans want to see it, and I think we might get it. I really do. So, but if we don't, hell, it's not over with for Earl or Bud. I mean, both of these guys got at least 3 more years in them, or how long they want to go. They both can sit down there if they want to. But anyway, look, I appreciate everybody. I know Trill Boxing Talk is on, and we still got over 100-some people in here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you hitting the like button today for the singing OG. And of course, you know, I'm going to be in rare form tomorrow. Yes, I will. I'll be in rare form tomorrow calling these fights. All right. And I can't wait to see them. And that's why I say it's always good to keep in touch with the people that you interview, like Ronnie Shields. I talk to him once a week. Sampson. I talk to him every 2 weeks, you know, because he's stay out of town and he's always flying somewhere. But I always talk to him, you know, because, you know, no problem if I need credentials, no problem if I need him to come on the show, you know, but, you know, y'all don't want to see the same old people. So, you know, I had Ronnie on twice, Sampson on twice. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know. Acumen Entertainment, what's going on, baby? All right, appreciate you, man, coming in here, man. Always, always. H Entertainment. And that chat. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, H Entertainment 19. He says, salute OG. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. You know, so, and things like that, y'all support the channel. And I feel that, you know, I got to, you know, do my job. And that's why I went on and said, yes, you know, I go ahead and interview David Benavidez. And it was perfect timing. It was perfect timing because the news came out that they both signed a contract and they both will be fighting in early 23. Now I'm gonna see, can I get the date out of them? You know, so I think that he will show up this time. You know, and I got faith because I think now they're looking for publicity to sell him and, you know, the fight. You know, so that's what I think they're looking for. Now, let me get to Showtime real fast. I didn't get a chance to do it. Well, I know Trill is on. I know they're gonna kill me. But anyway, but that's okay. All right. Yeah, shit happens. Shit. All right. But Showtime is getting a re-up. Okay. What I mean is a re-up. All right. I ain't talking about dope. I ain't talking about dope, man. But they are about to get a new quarter coming in. They're about to get a new money, a new bag. Okay. What that means is a budget. Okay. They about to get a new budget. Okay. So now, as Rachel said, man, they got 9 venues already reserved. Now, who said Showtime was going out of business? I mean, PBC was going out of business. Who said Showtime was going out of business? I mean, I thought I heard somebody say that. They've been saying that for 10 years. 5 years they've been saying that. And now here you got all these reserves. Now you got to put money down on these reserves. You know, like, you know, it's just like layaway, you know. You know, so, and I mean, so that means, okay, more venues, more fights. But it's the fights we want to see. That's what you need to look at. So, shout out to the almighty LDBC. And shout out to all my subscribers and family members and new family members. We had a new family member today that joined, and I thank him and I appreciate him. And thanks to Zulu Lion and that Cash App. Sir Ken, what's going on? Michigan Finest, what's happening with you? All right. And Dub Right Side, I'm glad you was able to catch the show. Yes, this was a great informative show. The first half with Oscar and Eddie, you know, and Oscar, please come out. Please come out. And not the closet. I ain't talking about that. You know, you already out there, right? But please come out, because I know Floyd will come out when you come out. Oh, Floyd will rip your You know, what's up, Perfection X? What's going on? All right. All right. Salute to you, my brother. Yes, sir. What's going on, Swallow KQKC and family? Thanks for that game. Rachel Donaire. Yes. She's probably still listening in the car. As she take her husband get his haircut. All right. Yes, sir. So Mike Biz, he dropped a link in the chat. All right. Let's try to get him over 1,000 subscribers real soon. I know how it is, Mike. I've been there before, and don't worry, you're gonna get there, baby. All right, you're gonna get there. There's just not a lot of people subscribing, but they there, they listening to you, they hear, you just gotta make them just hit that button, So but sometimes you have some ups and ups and down, But hey, that's what it is. Thank you all. All right. I thank you all and I appreciate you all. I am KQKC Boxing Network. I come on Monday through Friday. That's 11 a.m. Central Time. And yes, I will be on tomorrow. I will be calling the Demetrius Bivol and also Zerto Ramirez. All right. I will call that fight in the afternoon. And I also will call the Showtime fight. I'm talking about David Morrell, and I'm going to call him Yerb. All right. Because Yerb is blah, 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 blah. Don't know what that means. All right. But anyway, I will be live tomorrow. So thank you all for coming in, showing up, and showing out. Thank you all. And I appreciate you all. And you all have a good day and keep your head on a swivel. And I mean, when I say that, I mean, man, just be watching what's behind you and on the side of you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because, life is too damn short. And trust me, it is. It's too damn short. So, but anyway, thank you all and have a good day. And thank y'all for y'all support. I really mean that. So with that, I'm out of here. Peace and love to everyone.